I'm Jim Houston.
And I'm Craig Simpson.
We've got a great game for you tonight between the New York Islanders and the St. Louis Blues.
Now this is going to be an interesting matchup. You've got a high-octane offense up against a real gritty club.
The team that's going to prevail here will be the team that works harder and wins the battles along the boards. Here's a look at tonight's referee.
Jim, he's been around for 6 seasons and doesn't over-officiate. He lets a lot of the stuff go that other referees wouldn't. Now, players know that and change their game accordingly.
Face-off won by Pekka.
Big hit! Excellent physical play.
Over the line. Hard one-time shot by Tkachuk.
Oh, Jim, you can see by the look on his face, he can't believe he didn't beat the goalie with that one.
We're ready for the face-off. Pekka won the draw. Rink-wide pass by a coin. He gets checked by Tkachuk.
That looked like trouble.
Wait, into the attacking zone. Played back. Shot from the point by Salvador. Leg save by DiPietro. Over the blue line. Pushed off the puck. Tkachuk brings it out. In over the line. Knocked down.
I wouldn't want to be him right now.
Brings it out. Over the line. Salvador pushes him. Turned over. Wrist shot.
His shot was way off target.
Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Shove. In front. Johnson. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Hunter left his man dizzy.
Jim, it looked like he was going to stop, but instead spun off the defender.
Rycroft shoots the puck. Blake brings it out. In over the line. Wrist shot on the right. Out of their defensive end. Played across. Savage mows him down.
He really threw him off stride.
Brings it out. St. Louis Blues are on a line change. Tchaikovsky brings it out. Over the blue line. Shot quickly by Waite. Just wide of the net. In behind. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Shove. Passed over. Tchaikovsky is away. Stick save. Brings it out. In over the line. Tkachuk gets bowled over. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets checked. Sizzling shot. Waite intercepts the pass. Right in front. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Fires it. Lalline made the save. Brings it out. Pushed. In front. Bad scramble. Blocked. Played up. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Pekka. Saved by Lalline. Martins out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Flattened.
That was a big league body check.
In over the line. Shove.
There's some physical play.
Turned aside. Lalline stones him cold. He hangs on. Steve Sterling joined the Islanders organization after a very successful career as a minor pro hockey coach.
Well, Jim, just before taking on the head coaching duties in New York, Sterling led the Islanders AHL affiliate in Bridgeport to the Calder Cup final, and that earned him Coach of the Year honors.
Brings it out. Over the line. He gets roughed up by Blake. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Big hit.
I could feel that one from here.
Over the blue line. Crushed.
A devastating hit.
Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Hunter gets pushed. Centers it. Lalim with a great save. Brings it out. He gets run over by Salvador. Ninema fires. Rocked. Dimitra brings it out. St. Louis puts its second line out. DiPietro made the save. Out of their defensive end. Shove into the attacking zone. Behind the net. Brings it out. End to end. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets shoved by Waite.
Knocked him cold.
New York makes a line change. He gets pushed by Havanoff. Out of their defensive end. Coast to coast.
Hit. These checks keep everyone on their toes, Jim.
The coin is going to the box for hooking. And you can see the coach here doesn't like that call, and he's having a word with the official. St. Louis will try and take advantage of a penalty here.
Well, we haven't seen the power play yet tonight, but we know they're going to be a handful.
They've got great skill on that first unit. He gets leveled by Hunter.
He got his man on that hit.
Over the blue line. Pass to head. Brings it out. Flattened.
A great job of stepping up.
A lateral pass. Brings it out. Sent flying.
Another hit like that and sparks will fly.
Moved over by Drake.
Not even close.
Moved across, out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets out-muscled by Hammerling. Right in front. Leg save. This guy doesn't give shooters much when he goes down, does he?
No, he gets awful big in goal. He can still be beat, but it has to be a perfect shot. That's the challenge against him.
Dimitra wins the faceoff. Shove.
He took a solid check there.
Brings it out. In over the line. He gets hit by Havanoff.
He lands a hard one.
Over the blue line. Hard wrist shot by Drake. DiPietro made the save. The players are lining up at the face-off circle. The face-off goes to St. Louis. In front. Big save by DiPietro. Goaltender stopped that. Across. Kachuk rips one. The ref indicates a delayed call. Conger will go to the box for hooking. Pekka won the draw. Taken out. He got dropped. It's a scramble. Saved by Lalim. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Shoved. Shoots the puck. DiPietro got a leg on it. Brings it out. Coast to coast. Brings it out. It's dumped into the end boards by Weinrich. Over the blue line. In front. Saved by Lalim. Moved ahead. Into the attacking zone. Played over by Carpetset. Right in front. Lalim freezes the puck. The action's about to start. Islanders win the draw. And out they come with a puck. Over the line. Mowed down.
That was a throwdown.
Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Thrashed.
It's getting rough out there.
Over the blue line. Shove. Backman. St. Louis Blues are on a line change. It's moved over by Backman. He gets laid out by Hunter. Pekka. He gets creamed by Drake.
A smackdown.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Hunter gets mowed down. Brings it out. Over the line. Johnson runs him over.
He really bounced his man with that hit.
In over the line. Rubbed off the puck. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. DiPietro reached out for the puck. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets hit by Salvador. Brings it out. In over the line. Shove. And that'll do it. The first period draws to an end in a scoreless tie as we head to the break.
Do your part for the environment and take public transit to and from the game.
Second period's about to start.
We should see lots of early pressure, Jim, as both sides try to set the tone.
And the faceoff is won by Pekka. Big hit!
He's a bit stunned after that one.
Passed over by Sillinger. Checked.
It's getting pretty intense down there.
Over the line. He gets roughed up by Salvador. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Mowed down.
Great contact.
Blake into the attacking zone. Hip check. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets roughed up by Nienema. In front. Pekka. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Shove. Lalime hangs on for the whistle. The ref is ready to drop the puck. The faceoff goes to New York. He gets leveled by Dimitra. Turned away by Lalime. Rocked. Moved back. Tkachuk brings it out. Over the line. He gets pushed off the puck. Shoots it in behind. Pekka brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Shoots! He gives up the puck. At center. Over the blue line. He gets hit by Hammerlick. Over, stick save by DiPietro. He hangs on to the puck.
He'll be getting up and looking for the number of that truck.
The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Islanders get the faceoff. Hamilton grabbed it, brings it out. Over the line. Cranked him.
That shook him up.
Advances the puck. Given away by Savage. Rocked.
That's showing authority.
In over the line. Big hit.
You can hear that one up here.
Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Lalime hangs on for the whistle. They're getting ready for the faceoff. Pekka wins the faceoff. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Shove. Quick puck movement. Brings it out. In over the line. Shove. Over center. Into the attacking zone. Over the line. He gets taken out by Martinek. Over the blue line. Saved by Lalime. Brings it out. In over the line. Blake out of their defensive end. Over center. New York puts its checking line up. Pekka right in front. Denied by Lalime. Brings it up. Over the line. He gets run over by Nienema. Brings it out. Passed across. Shove. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. He gets checked.
That's how you stand a guy up.
Skating through center ice. Over the blue line. Knocked down.
Jim, that was a major league bump.
Brings it out. Bumped by Hamilton. Over the line. Laid out. Into the attacking zone. He gets checked by Waite.
Now that was big time.
In over the line. Cranked him.
Talk about a headache.
Scatcherd. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Shove. A lateral pass. Pad save. Brings it out. Over the line. Knocked over. Over. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Mowed down. Hit. Laline. Scramble. Brings it out. Over the blue line. In front. Leg save. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets roughed up by Salvador. Out of their defensive end. Waite gets laid out.
That was a devastating blow.
Over the line. Muscled off the puck. Passed across. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Shoots. St. Louis puts its third line out. Brings it out. Rink-wide pass. Breakaway. Run over. Out of their defensive end. Played across by Weinrich. Right in front. Moved up. Brings it out. The Islanders are going to make a full change. Pekka! Saved by Laline. Brings it out. Over the line. Played over. Saved by DiPietro. He freezes the puck. Watch how quickly this guy gets down in this butterfly.
Well, Jim, he just dares shooters to go 5-hole, then takes it away at the last second. He's lightning quick with his pads.
Islanders get the face-off. Hamilton grabbed it. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Knocked him off the puck. Scatcherd grabbed it. Fires! Leveled! Brings it out. It's passed across by McInnes. Shove. Cranked him. Brings it out. In over the line. Over the line. Shove. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Big hit. Shoots the puck. Misses. Short pass. Over the blue line. Brings it out. In over the line. It's moved over by Nienema. Shove. Passed ahead. Moved ahead. Over the line. Pushed off the puck. Pekka moves it ahead. Brings it out. Through center. Short pass. Into the attacking zone. Over the blue line. He gets worked over by Weinrich. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. It's stolen by Nienema. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets hit by Backman. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets hit by Karpatsev. Over the blue line. Pekka! Blocked. Passed across. Mowed down.
That'll keep him honest.
Over the line. He gets laid out by Backman. In over the line. In front. Weak shot. Hamilton has electrifying speed.
He's a top-level skater for sure. That not only helps him on offense, but allows him to get back on defense if there's a turnover.
The Islanders win the faceoff. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Shove. Brings it out. The horn signals the end of the period. We're still scoreless after 2 as we head to the break.
Back again. Vintage jerseys now on sale at all kiosks in the arena and the main store. Pick yours up before their history again.
Welcome Welcome back for the third period.
It's time to turn up the pressure. In a game this close, you want to try to rattle your opponent.
Face-off won by Pekka. He gets taken out.
Send him right to the ice.
Hammered. Checked. Over the blue line. Played over by Janssen. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. He gets checked.
He stamped that one.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Sent flying. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Advances the puck. In over the line. He gets out-muscled by McInnes. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Right in front. Turned away. Hit. Bowled over. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets checked by Weinrich.
Great timing and great power.
In over the line. Saved by DiPietro. Across. Brings it out. Puck is dumped in on the inboards by Hunter. He gets nailed by Salvador. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Over the line. Over. Brings it out. Over the blue line. In the corner. A shot from the slot by Sillinger. Played across. In over the line. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. With a wrist shot. Big glove save by DiPietro. Brings it out. Offside, New York. Sometimes a coach likes to change the game and influence his bench with a little argument with the referee. Well, this is what he's steamed about. Let's have a look at the reason for his argument. About to drop the puck. And the faceoff is won by Pekka. Over the line. Right in front. Missed shot by Blake. He scores!
Oh my! Now let's check that one again on replay, Jim. He definitely planned to put that one in the net with the wrister. Pure skill right there.
Pekka won the draw. Big hit.
Man, that was a jarring hit.
Brings it out. In over the line. He gets rocked by Salvador. Over the blue line. He gets run over by Nienema.
He really got his man there.
Huge save. Lalime skates out of his goal to play the puck. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Wait! Working along the perimeter. It's given up by a coin. Savage. Over the line. Rycroft for the howitzer. DiPietro made the save. In over the line. Crushed. Right in front. Advances the puck. Round the back. Lalime closes the door. Gets the shot off. Pad save. Passed across. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets leveled by a coin. A lateral pass. Over center. In over the line. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets hit by Salvador.
He caught him square on that one.
Lalime freezes the puck. New York has done a great job avoiding penalties.
Well, you want to stick up for yourself, but you don't want to cost your team. They're playing smart hockey, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Pekka wins the faceoff. Played across. Right in front. Lalime makes the huge save. Into the attacking zone. Flattened. Dimitra. Scramble in front. Goes behind the net. Blake brings it out. In over the line. Wrist shot from the right. Blocked. St. Louis Blues are on a line change. Moved up. Brings it out. Over the line. It's played across by Tkachuk. Into the attacking zone. Shoved. Drake shoots it. Play grinds to a halt as the puck is shot out of play. You can't say enough about what this guy adds to the team.
Well, you see so many forwards these days that only play one way, but not this guy. He understands it's just as important to prevent goals as it is to score them.
Quick puck movement. Shove. Over the blue line. Wait, wrist shot. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Rubbed off the puck. Rycroft moves it ahead. Over the line. He gets laid out by Hammerlick. Pekka brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Shove.
Let's see how he responds to that.
Over the blue line. Johnson shoves him. Passed ahead. Nice move there by Hamilton. In over the line. Crushed.
He got laid out.
One-timer. In the corner. Out of their defensive end. Hard wrist shot by Waite. DiPietro turns the shot aside. Over the line. Brings it out. St. Louis Blues are on a line change. In behind. It's moved across by Scatchard. New York makes a line change. Brings it out. In over the line. Quick pass up. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Blake fires it. Blocked. It's stolen by Pekka. Brings it out. St. Louis Blues are on a line change. Shove. Right in front. Big save. The Islanders are one of the hardest working teams in this league.
Hey, whether they're up 9 goals or down 9, they're still relentless on the puck. They never take a shift off.
The players are lined up and ready for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Pekka. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets roughed up by Salvador. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Checked. Over. Pekka flattens him.
Great hustle.
Brings it out. St. Louis Blues are on a line change. Blake shoots the puck. Turned away by Lalime. Over the blue line. St. Louis pulls the goalie and is going to gamble on the extra attacker.
Gutsy move by the coach, but it could backfire in a big way.
Just the one assist so far, but sometimes that's all it takes to get the ball rolling.
Exactly. Points usually come in bunches, and he'll be looking for more now.
And the faceoff is won by Pekka. Quick shot. Brings it out. He gets shoved by Beckman. Into the attacking zone. He gets hit by Hunter.
He leveled his man there.
Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Oh, off the crossbar. Brings it out. Over the line. Shove. Move back. Rycroft shoots quickly. DiPietro got a pad on it. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Pace puts it into the empty net. And that goal will secure the game.
Well, it's a high-risk situation when you leave your net empty, but they had no choice down this late in the contest.
St. Louis could not get it done.
Nothing to do now but run down the clock.
Sketcher won the draw. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Thrashed. Ninima brings it out. A lateral pass. Shoots!
Completely missed the net.
That's it. This one's over. St. Louis has lost it and sees their lead drop to 2 games. From Uniondale, New York, this is Jim Houston with Craig Simpson.
Until next time, take care.
Goodbye.
you